Hey guys, what's going on? Que paso? This is Hala Pablo. Thank you for tuning in. Let's look at Shiba Inu today, real quick. Real quick. Shiba Inu. All right. So first things first. Shiba Inu is a crypto. It's a coin that I have a lot of. I'm a believer in Shiba Inu. Have been, despite the enormous total supply. I think that they're gonna get a handle on that. There's gonna be massive burn-offs in the days and the years to come, and it will be one that will stay with us. It will be a viable currency used in the metaverse. Speaking of which, let's see if I can get this over here. Let's see. Why isn't this page coming? So Shiba Inu's metaverse will partially open by the end of 2023, developers said. The metaverse is unlikely to be fully completed on release as it will be an ongoing project. Okay, so this is projected for December. They're talking about it's going to be a currency used within the metaverse to purchase primarily virtual real estate, I guess. I like this. I think that there's something to this. And of course, this news article, all of this is hype, and you never buy based off this shit. Um, in fact, I would sell the news in this case in December. It's talking about in December, right? By the end of 2023, users will have the opportunity to explore some of the areas in this fantastic world, build, design, play, develop within it, developer said Monday. However, it should be noted that not all areas of the metaverse will be fully completed, as it is an ongoing project, developers added. Boom, boom, boom. So the metaverse will feature 100,595 plots of land that will be minted by users. Now, I don't think this stuff's going to happen right away. I think there's going to be a lot more blood in the forecast. I think Shiba Inu's going back down. We're going to look at the Elliott wave count and the Wyckoff in a moment, and I'll show you that. But this does have credence. However, this is relevant, just not right now. I think in the future, maybe another year or so down the road, when the metaverse really takes off, and I believe that the metaverse will become just as prevalent, just as ubiquitous as the regular internet is right now today. In fact, I remember the days when the internet wasn't, when it was just it wasn't a big thing. It hadn't caught on yet. You remember that? Those of you who are old enough, AOL, and you've got mail, and the infant stages of the internet in the late '90s. I remember that well. I see the metaverse going down that same path. There's going to be there has been a lot of opposition and a lot of setbacks, but I do see it becoming just a normal part of life in the next 5 to 10 years. So, and there will be virtual real estate. There will be things. People will be getting married. People will be having sex. People will be traveling, doing all kinds of stuff, shopping, and in the metaverse, as it were, as society progresses or degresses, depending on how you see it. So, and then Shiba Inu will not be the only exclusive currency used within it, cryptocurrency, decentralized cryptocurrency, but it will be a major one. Think of it as like maybe the Deutschmark or the yen as forex wise. If we look at the currencies within the metaverse, the different kinds of currencies, because you have Decentraland, you have Sandbox, different stuff like that. I don't know which are going to be here 10 years from now or 5 years from now even, but I think Shiba's here to stay. Shiba and Dogecoin. Okay, so this is something going off this. This is something that that's always been on the radar for me since I bought SHIB, and I think it's not going anywhere. But however, you don't want to craft your current trades based off a report like this. In fact, this is a bearish signal for for December, if you ask me. So you want to sell the news in this case. All right, let's go to the technical analysis side of it, and we'll wrap this up. I don't want this video to go over 10 minutes for sure. All right, so Shiba Inu, man, this is bled out like nobody's business from the last top, from the macro top that we had way back in 22. Or was it 21? Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Remember those glory days? So, and then, so we've bottomed, or we've had, if you look at it on the macro, so we've had the selling climax, and that was back in June of last year. So it's been roughly a year and a half now, or since the bottom. And it's turned into a Wyckoff accumulation range. Typically, the selling climax, the automatic rally, secondary test. If we look at the macro, let's get a little marker here. So we have the selling climax, and then we have the automatic rally. We'll call this the automatic rally. And then we have the secondary test. And then we have another, we'll call this a UT. And then we have a secondary test, another secondary test down here. But this one is in B, the B section of the range here, and that low here. I'm calling this area a secondary test and not a spring because I believe we're going back down. I believe we're being ripened for it. I believe we're being prepped for it. Here we have these two Adam and Eves. You see these two bottoms, these two double bottoms that make up the macro. We have one here. We have this one double bottom, and then we have another smaller Adam and Eve right here. Here's the Adam and here's the Eve. Here's the Adam and here's the Eve. And these are practically congruent. I mean, they're exact replicas of each other, just in a smaller size. But what I want to direct your attention to is the volume of where we presently sit. So we have the accumulation schematic already delineated on the Wyckoff, and now we can look at the Elliott wave. And also I have the Gann high and low here, the Gann high and low, also showing us that we are at currently macro trend resistance at the end of this Eve, where this Eve pattern has peaked out here, right here. That would be kind of like where we were, let's see, here on the bigger one, right? And like as in the bigger one, we've had, when the price action hit the macro resistance lines, the trend resistance, we saw just enormous volume come in, buy power, demand volume come in, and it produced a failure to rally here, which set up this descending channel as we see like these lower highs coming in systematically. And the same thing here that we saw just recently on this smaller Adam and Eve at the end of Eve, where it's come up, where it's creating these horns of the devil up on top of trend resistance. We're getting again way larger than average demand volume. See this spike here? And this is a lot of buy orders, but it's produced another failure to rally. You notice that on the resistance area, even in the center where the wall came up on the atom part to mitigate this the automatic rally here, we also see large demand coming in. But these are failure to rallies. These are bull traps that come in to mitigate. This is a liquidity grab for the market makers to sell into the FOMO pump, and then they bring the price back down into the structure. And we see the Gann lows registering at or slightly beneath trend resistance. We see it here, saw it here, see it here, and we're beginning to see it emerge here as well, where we presently are at the top of this Eve section. So this is kind of like a harbinger of further downward action, especially if we look at the news article that we just read. We're talking about selling the news. So we're after 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and wrap this up, guys. So you're going to hear some hype. We may hear some hype now that we sit at top trend resistance, and this may generate another FOMO pump. And you may be enticed to buy, thinking that here's December's rolling out, and this whole metaverse thing is going to kick in, and and SHIB's going to the moon. Don't be deceived. Don't play into it. Don't play into the market maker's evil plan. Remember, this stuff is cat and mouse. It's the frog and the scorpion. They play off of the sentiments of fear and greed, and in this case, they're going to try to generate greed. They're going to use the news as a catalyst if they do anything. But we see through the price action and through the volume that they're already prepping, as it looks, to create a trap and bring the price back down into the structure, maybe after a FOMO pump, bring it back down into the channel and remitigate this secondary. Remember, we charted this out as a secondary test in B to mitigate this, and it may even go lower this time and create a spring. And that would coincide right in time with Bitcoin coming back down again. And all of this could constitute on the macro the terminal shakeout that would mark the actual reversal of the bear market into the bull reversal, into the bull cycle, which we'll see, which should kick off sometime in 2024, mid 2024 sometime, I'm thinking. So we'll see how the chips fall on this. Just, be smart and, do the right thing. This is not financial advice, but I just want to show you what I'm seeing. And that's all I got, guys. If you got anything out of this, subscribe. I'll have more coins coming out. Filecoin, a couple others I'm looking at. Stay tuned for more updates. And, guys, take it easy. Have a great rest of the weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Adios.